And in the description, I told you all that all EAs make one of the two mistakes. So usually not both because they're both extremes, right? But even me, so I would say I did a hybrid. All right. So what happened? I didn't choose tax representation. Tax representation chose me. All right. No joke. So what happened is I was helping a taxpayer. No, you know what? It happened way back when I was an intern at Crow Horwath when I was all of like 21 years old. All right. So, very, very short version of the story. Lady in parking lot crying. Twin turn goes over to check on her. I'm like, why are you checking on this lady? Lady owes IRS taxes. We don't have uniforms. Dress was business casual. Key cards in my pocket. She had no idea where we worked. All right. She's crying. She has a tax problem. It was 500, 1,500. It was like, what in the world? Like, just call and make an arrangement. But as I left, I realized, okay, how many of my family members don't know that? Like, how many of my family members would be up the creek if they owed 1,500, 15,000, right? So that's when I began to take interest in it. But then after I opened my own practice, I had clients that would come with back tax issues. And guess what? I'm going to keep saying this. You cannot represent clients if you don't have a license. I don't care if it's an EA license, I don't care if it's a CPA license, or you can be a tax attorney. If you don't have those three, you cannot represent clients. Stop hanging out with these folks telling you you can represent clients without. You can't. Now, if you want to take it back 80s, 90s and get on a three-way call with your client and the IRS, by all means. But why are you wasting your client's time on a three-way? They got to sit on hold with you. That's a disservice to them. Can you still do the paperwork? Absolutely, you can. But can you present it yourself without the client ever having to get on the phone? Absolutely not. So, what are you afraid of? Take the exam so you can step into your full power in advocating for the client and representing them. Like, what? That's not even in my notes. Let me get off my soapbox. All right. Let let me get off my soapbox. So for me, again, tax representation chose me. As I began to get clients, I had people with back taxes like, yo, my wife's about to leave me. I'm sleeping on the couch. And I was like, I can do the paperwork for you, but I can't call the IRS. Now, this client was so desperate, they did not care. They were like, hey, you do the paperwork. I can call, like, it's whatever. And I felt so bad because I could not fully represent this client. I was like, I need to go take that exam yesterday because I just did him a major disservice. He's facing potentially a divorce, all kinds of financial stress, and I could have taken a piece of that off of his shoulders. But instead, because I was taking my sweet time getting credentialed, I couldn't do that for him. Right. And same thing, if you're on here like, man, I don't need to take the exam, I can still do the paperwork. Yes, you can do the paperwork. Yes, that alleviates them a little bit. Take the full burden away from them and handle it. Look, I said I was getting off my soapbox and I stuck it right back out there and got on it.